Residents of Ikageng in Potchefstroom are picketing at the local police station demanding answers over the disappearance of Boikie Tlhapi. 38 years ago, the activist's remains have still not been discovered or recovered. He was arrested with several others while on their way to a vigil. Refilwe Seboko is covering the story for us and joins us now. Refilwe, very heartbreaking story. Talk to us about what's come out of it.
A very heartbreaking story indeed, Paul. The family still feel like they have been failed over the years, 38 years later, by the law enforcement officials in terms of investigations and finding the whereabouts of Boikie Tlhapi. And that's why we are seeing community members who are here to say that they are still demanding that more investigations should be done. And therefore, the family is saying that the only way that they can be able to find closure if the remains of Boikie Tlhapi are found, and therefore they can send him off with a dignified service that can be able to enable them closure. We understand that the father had passed on in 2020, having been in this process of trying to find where his son is. But let's talk to China Dodovi. They are also here. He is the member of parliament. Thank you so much and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. You were there on that day. You kept on talking about how you keep on going back on that day and to the truth of what really happened. Talk to us about what happened that day.
Yes, firstly, let me say that the people of this area, including the family, will never rest up until the disappearance of Boikie Tlhapi is uncovered. On that day, 38 years ago, on the 28th of March, he was part of the activists who were traveling from Potchefstroom to Ikageng, where there was a funeral. At that stage, there were 4 activists who were part of the Joburg Youth Congress who were brutally killed by the police, and he was attending the funeral. And on his way to Ikageng, he got arrested because there was a roadblock of police who arrested him because they were looking for him, as they said, for a very, very long time. They took him to the Stilfontein police station, and that was the last time that he was seen. Some of the people who went to the TRC gave evidence that they saw his body lying on the floor. He was bleeding through his eyes, his ears, his mouth, and all of that. And since that time, he disappeared, and the family never came to know exactly what happened. And the family of Boikie Tlhapi will never rest. They will never tire up until it is well known what happened. And in this particular instance, we are calling upon the police, the authorities, our democratic government to fully investigate the circumstances under which he disappeared, and he was never seen from that particular time. There are hundreds of cases throughout the country, and we need them to be reopened. And today, we're making a police statement, a political statement to say we are tired, we are sick, we want to know what happened to Boikie Tlhapi.
You are talking about some of the people that went to the TRC. We know the recommendations that have been made from the TRC over the years. But, you know, the family also feeling like they've been failed. What should be done? You know, things like they're exploring the shaft, the famous James shaft, where some of the police, one of the police officer had given a statement or evidence to the TRC.
Yes, firstly, I think I must be the first one to admit that our government, even the apartheid government, has failed the family of Boikie Tlhapi. We could have done more and better to know what has happened. And as I indicated, it is not the only incident, only person who disappeared under the very same circumstances. And I call upon the government to jack up, to ensure that it follows up these particular things, because the truth needs to be known. The people of this country will rest and will be satisfied if they know where they were, what happened to their loved ones, how were they killed, and those who are responsible must face the law, because they were afforded the opportunity at the level of the TRC. Some of them never appeared before the TRC, and we just want the truth to be known, and this must be followed up, it must be investigated. properly.
And when you're talking about the apartheid era crimes, how does this case and a lot of others, China, what message is it sending? It's dragging forever, 38 years. The family feel like nothing has been done. They also feel like they are not being given an update in terms of how far investigations are going. The sister to Boikie, whom we were talking earlier to, was saying to us, some of us might, even the brother was saying that we are even going to go to the grave having not known what happened. The same way our dad went to the grave not knowing what happened to his son.
Yes, I accept. That is why I'm saying this matter must be given the necessary attention. It must be expedited. It must be reopened, and the family, especially more than any other people else, must know the truth about what happened, and in that way they will be satisfied. And again, even the people of this area will know that the struggles that Boikie Tlhapi waged were not in vain. He paid an ultimate price. He disappeared, and he serves as an example. His heroism is something that we must emulate, but at the same time we need to know the truth. And the family is right. It's right that they need to know what has happened, and they are deeply worried because there's been massive campaigns, massive struggles to ensure that this is uncovered. But this time around, it must be done meticulously, it must be done in a systematic way, so that at the end of the day, the truth must be known about what happened to Boikie Tlhapi.
Thank you so much for your time, China Dodova. He is the member of parliament. The truth must be known to what really happened to Boikie Tlhapi. This is also the message that the family is saying, that over the years, it becomes a struggle for them not knowing where their family member is. And hopefully, let's hope that eventually something will come up so that many other families, not that of Tlhapi, are able to find closure.
Absolutely, Refilwe Seboko. Let's leave it there for now.